Hey, it's the Rage Monkeys here to tell you about a tour that we took of Tulum and Coba while we were in Mexico, staying at the Akumal Bay Beach and Wellness Resort. If you want more information about the Akumal Bay Beach and Wellness Resort, I made a whole video about it, so go check it out on my channel. We booked our tour right through the activities desk at our resort. A van came to pick us up, and there were about 15 people on our tour. Our first stop was Tulum. I actually didn't have a big interest in going to Tulum, but this was a package trip and Tulum was included, so we went. The reason I was not that interested in going to Tulum is because I kept hearing about how hot and how humid it was there. That was very true. It was very hot and very humid. We saw a lot of lizards there, and a lot of the people did prepare for the heat and humidity by bringing umbrellas. We did not, but we did seek shade anywhere that we could find it. Our tour guide, Ricardo, started off by giving us some background information about Tulum, and then we headed off to explore it on our own. The people no longer lived in this area, and I'm going to take a guess it's because they all died from heat exhaustion. Did I mention it was hot and it was humid? It was very pretty, especially the parts where the main building was and how it overlooked the sea. But it was hot and it was humid, and all the residents are dead. It honestly was pretty hard to enjoy because we were also worried that we too would end up dead. The next stop on our tour was Coba, another Mayan village. Our tour included getting a ride on these fun bicycles. We each sat 2 by 2 in the front, and someone pedaled us through the jungle back to the largest structure of the village. Another option would have been to rent bicycles or just to walk back on our own. It was just so relaxing, sitting there doing no work at all and heading back through this beautiful jungle. Along the way, we could see some of the structures off in the distance. We returned by walking, and our tour guide stopped at all these structures and explained what they were to us. We got off of our bicycles at the most iconic spot of Coba, and then we listened to our tour guide Ricardo speak to us fluently in both English and Spanish.
Hay que quemar la piedra. You have to burn the stone and then pulverize y luego pulverizarla, right? So imagine for maybe this amount of limestone powder, como para este montón de cal, you would have to cut 4 square kilometers of wood. Hay que cortar 4 kilómetros cuadrados de madera, like very young wood, madera.
As I mentioned, we walked back to the entrance of Coba through the jungle with our tour guide and our group. We stopped along the way, and the tour guide explained the different things that we were seeing. The walk was really peaceful. We were in the shaded jungle. There was no mosquitoes. The humidity was at least controlled compared to Tulum, and it was just a really pleasant way to spend our afternoon. Next stop was lunch. 3 in our group had these tacos. I went for the fried fish, and the 2 younger boys went for burgers that were as big as their hands. We had ordered our lunch at the beginning of our tour, so it was ready for us when we reached this outdoor cantina. The cantina was located next to a cenote that we then got to swim in. The cenote here was an open cenote, so we came down some steps and then were able to enter into the open water. The water did go back into the cave, and we could see some bats that were up above us, and then we could also see that there were tree roots that were coming down through the rock structure. There were some swings that were hanging into the water, which were fun to hang out on. But most of all, it was just a really great way to cool off after such a fun and busy day. After our swim in the cenote, we got blessed by our shaman.
Malokin means good day, buen día. Malokin.
Malakin.
Tushangan ningkila polvento ye kalapali lo benyoncel. Teukenach con tu pola lo tulumalo. Tulaka ye kashantol pachek. Tulaka ye kashanka kasik. Tulaka ye kashanka nambeho. Tulaka ye kashanka namolo tlakaho. Mi santon chaco, mi santon balmo. We receive the water of life. Recibimos el agua de vida. Jumbotik significa gracias. It means thank you, Jumbotik. Right? 1, 2, 3.
Jumbotik.
Mishba Jumbotik Tech. Mishba, que Dios te lo pague de regreso. May God pay you back. Thanks to you. Gracias a ti. Right?
Next, Ricardo showed us the traditional way that chocolate was made in this region. It included a special ingredient, a little pinch of chili powder. I highly recommend taking a tour like this. We had such a fantastic time, learned so much, and we were all quite exhausted when the day was over.